back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a Snapchat Q&A. So yes, I told you guys to send me some questions and I'm going to go live. I've not read any of the questions. I'm going to go live reading them out and answering them. So yeah, without further ado, let's get on with it. So the first question I've just randomly opened, okay, you guys can't see, but anyway, it says, I hope you're doing modelling. You are like the face of Africa when you wear this gele. It is not a game. Not a question, but thank you. So from Hanifa, we have, hi beautiful, do you have kids? No, actually, I don't have kids. I will do soon though, by God's grace. But yeah, no kids for me right now. It's a nice question. Then the next question we've got from Ziaxi. Hope I'm not butchering that, sorry if I am. We've got, what do you do for a living? Good question. So I currently do YouTube. I've just recently started YouTube. Before I was working for my dad, so I was doing manufacturing. I then stopped, had a bit of a transition phase, trying to know what I wanted to do, etc. And I just decided to go into YouTube. So I'm now a YouTuber. Then we have Pjaiz, Pjaiz. And the question we've got here is, what do you love most about being married, and also what do you miss about the single life? That is a very good question. So I can definitely say that the thing I love about being married the most is always having that companion, always having somebody to share your life with, and also feeling like, okay, you know, for me anyways, I felt like once I got married, like, wow, I can finally get on with my life. I can finally know what my future holds, if that makes sense. I can, so that's what I like about being married. I just feel settled and I feel like, okay, fine, I can finally start my journey. What I miss about being single, kind of just contradicting what I said. I kind of miss being free and single in the sense of, you know, just being a free spirit, just being myself, just doing whatever I want, whenever I wanted, however I wanted, and not really having to think about somebody else. So that's probably what I miss about being single the most. Other than that, being married is definitely, yeah, sweet stuff. Yeah. Said, how did you meet your husband, and how did you know he was serious? Okay, another good question. I met my husband through a mutual sibling, through a mutual friend, through my sibling, we actually met in a club, and I knew he was serious when he introduced me to his siblings. That's when I knew for sure that he was serious. We were dating for quite a while and everything. I'd go to his house and things like that, but the day he introduced me to his siblings, I knew that, okay, he's actually very serious about me. So yeah, that's how I knew. So the next question is from Ako_X. Says, this person is saying, I'm coming to Nigeria this April. What would you say are the essentials to bring with me? I know April is really hot in Nigeria, and best places to visit, eat, etc. Please. Thank you. So April, I believe it is rainy season. So you're going to be in the middle of rainy season. So do definitely bring a strong umbrella. Like one of those really durable ones, because obviously you don't want to be caught out in the rain and without an umbrella. Even if you're just going from the house straight to the car or something, you know, that 2 seconds of being in the rain is quite a lot. You need something to obviously shelter you. I would definitely say bring, I mean, it depends. If you're not really used to coming to Nigeria, definitely bring mosquito repellent. So yeah, obviously bring the essentials like slippers and you know, summer wear, because even though it's going to be raining, it's still going to be hot, so you still need summer clothes. So don't go and be bringing jackets and things like that, it's not going to be cold. Also, make sure you bring cash. Don't bring. I mean, obviously, if you use your card here, you're gonna be charged maybe around 320 to 400, depending on the bank rate. So you're not gonna really get value for your money. But if you've got cash, you can then change it at a rate of 550, I think it is now, depending on the economy there. And obviously, it might go down, it might go up. You should be okay. But 550, obviously, you're gonna get more for your money if you're bringing in cash. So that would be my suggestion for you, not to use your card when you're out here, but to bring cash, and then obviously bring, like I said, summer clothes and things like that, as if you're just going on a normal holiday. Don't bring anything too provocative. You know, still try and be conservative. In Nigeria, you know, people look at you when you're wearing like bum shorts and stuff. So yeah, I wouldn't go that far. Best places to visit, eat, etc. Well, there's a lot of new restaurants in Nigeria. We've got a restaurant called Utopia, which has just opened up. We've got the normal Rhapsodies and stuff to go to, and obviously I would definitely advise you to go to Hard Rock. It's not what it used to be when it first opened up, but it's still a good place to come and visit when you come here. And then right next door to that you have Shiro, which is also a new restaurant that's just opened up. It's, I believe Thai, it's like Thai/Asian, Pan-Asian, but then they also have like Japanese, because they do like sushi there and stuff. The food is really good. Definitely visit the island, come and see what we have out here. There's a lot of new things that have just opened up. I would suggest going to our IMAX, you know, just little things like that. Okay, so the next question, the lady wants to be kept anonymous. Okay, and she is asking, how did you deal with the culture shock moving from London back to Nigeria? You are so pretty, plus we're birthday mates. Oh, I love being birthday mates. Like, our birthday is like the best. So yeah, very good question. Dealing with the culture shock, moving back from London to Nigeria, it definitely was a shock. I was coming from a place that doesn't really have much culture, coming to Nigeria that's very culture orientated, and what I did to get over it was I didn't fight it, because Nigeria, they do so much things their way. Like, there's their way of doing it, and it's their way or the highway, and this is how it's done, your way is wrong. So I just basically didn't fight it. I tried to come from a place from where they're coming from, and I tried to understand their way of doing things, and I then just went along with it. I didn't fight it. I wasn't like, well, I'm coming from the UK, we don't do this, or I think what you're doing is wrong, or I'm not too much in agreement with it. I just accepted it, and I just went along with it. And I think within time I realized, okay, you know, I can understand why they do certain things, and I went along with it. I didn't say, oh, I'm not interested in this way of doing things, I know other ways, or I know better, you know what I mean? So that's how I feel like I dealt with the whole culture and the shock of it all. You know, anything I didn't really agree with, you know, I just always brought it up in conversation with like my siblings and people around me. And you know, when you talk back and forth with people about certain things, you get a better understanding. So that's what I did. But one more, I've experienced cyberbullying in the past, and I've realized it's one of the reasons I haven't started YouTube. Well, started my YouTube. How do I overcome this? Yeah, cyberbullying, you know what? Cyberbullying happens to anybody that puts things out there. If you put anything on social media, if you put anything out on the internet, expect cyberbullying. It comes with the territory, it comes with the job, it's part of it. So how do I personally deal with it? I ignore it. It happens, and people can be so mean. You just have to remember that these people are behind a computer screen, God knows what they look like, bullying you. Like, so bloody what? They don't matter. At the end of the day, you also have to remember how many people are in this world. You can't please everybody, you know what I mean? So somebody's gonna hate, somebody's gonna leave terrible comments, somebody's gonna have something to say, you know, but don't concentrate on that. Don't let that get to you. You just need to develop some sort of a thick skin. But how I would suggest you move past it is just to ignore it, because it's going to happen. And if you let that stop you, then you're basically interfering with your own destiny and your own future. And that person is moving along doing whatever it is that they're doing, you know, outside of social media. And then you're obviously not reaching your full potential, because you're allowing other people to mess with what you're saying. let me just give you an example. I've been doing videos now for the past 3 weeks, and I've had friends and family all tell me their opinions. Some are negative and some are positive. There are more constructive criticisms, but some of my friends are like, oh my god, I love this video, it's fantastic. But on that same video, I get friends going, no, this was wrong, this was that wasn't good. So who do you listen to? You know what I mean? You've just got to continue doing what you're doing. And YouTube, you know, with YouTube, you eventually gain a following, and your following are going to be enjoying your videos. You know, so your videos are not going to be for everybody, and that's fine. Nor should it be, because then, you know. So don't dwell on that. Just develop a thick skin. Over time, you'll be numb to it, and just keep it moving. And start your YouTube channel, because guess what? Every year, every month, and every day that passes by is a day that you could be doing great videos and putting out great content for other people to learn and see. So yeah, don't let it stop you. Thank you for that question. We've got a question here from Zara_1287, and she is saying, what keeps you encouraged when life gets tough? Ooh, well, I would say now what keeps me encouraged is my family. Obviously, I'm married now, so I don't live for just myself. I live for me and another person, and hopefully one day kids. But for now, what keeps me encouraged is like knowing that God loves me, and I have a family, and I have other people, I have friends, and I have family that love me, and you know, who care about me deeply. So sometimes when I'm feeling down, to keep myself going, it's like, look, it's not just me in this life. It's not just me, I'm not on my own. I have people around me that care about me deeply, and if I wasn't here no more, they would actually be sad, you know, do you know what I mean? So that keeps me encouraged, and I try not to dwell on things that are not going so right. You know, so some things are not going right, it could be for a reason, it could be God's way of saying this is not for you, I've got other things, better things for you. So I try not to, when things are getting tough, I try not to dwell on that, and I try to focus on the positive in my life, and I try to focus on the things that are going well, and I always try to envision how I want to be in the future, and I when I'm not feeling too, you know, when I'm feeling quite down or not pleased with myself, I try to picture where I want to be and just try and continue that journey. So yeah, that's what I do. Thanks for that question. So we've got Chiamaka Ibanusi. I'm really sorry, I'm sure I'm butchering that, guys. I'm really not good at pronouncing like Yoruba names and stuff like that, so do bear with me. She says, is it too late to ask questions? No, of course not. I wanted to ask what profession you were in, and what career do you think thrives really well in Nigeria, especially Lagos? So, I did answer that question at the beginning of the video about what I do, about my profession, and obviously I do YouTube. And what career do I think thrives well in Nigeria? Well, if you're talking about, are you talking about a career or a business? What I've noticed obviously personally what I've seen is if you're trying to open up a business or you want to do a business, I've noticed that the beauty industry thrives really well, and I've also noticed that the food industry thrives very well. However, with those, with both, well, not so much beauty, but especially like food, what you've got to be conscious of is people like new things. So you open up and you get a lot of customers and things go really well, but you've just got to be worried about the longevity of it. So, but I do believe food, you know, the food industry in Nigeria is coming up. It's getting bigger and better. So Nigeria are opening up to new cuisines. So, for example, like Japanese with like sushi in that, although that's probably been around a while. But stuff like Caribbean food now start popping up. So we're open to new things now in Nigeria, so that is a very good industry to tap into, tap. You also have, so apart from food, I said beauty. So right now, as a lot of you know, we're going through some sort of a recession or something's happening to our country, and a lot of people are struggling financially and things like that. But what I've noticed is that the beauty industry has still held its ground. No matter what people are going through in life, no matter how things are, how bad things are, especially in Nigeria, people like to keep up appearances. No one wants to look like they're struggling, nobody wants to feel like they're struggling, and we all know everybody's struggling right now and nothing is going well for everybody. Money is just not flowing the way it was, things are just double the price. However, people still want to pretend to the next man or to the next people that they're doing well, and obviously keeping up your appearance and your beauty and the way you look, doing your hair, getting your nails did, your feet did, makeup on fleek, the latest clothes, handbag or whatever, is still like they don't look like they are struggling. So I do also believe that it's like that's a bulletproof sort of industry to go into. So if you're looking for something like that, I would definitely suggest. Another thing that's thriving in Nigeria, but this is kind of new and up and coming, is more like the leisure entertainment sort of industry. So obviously entertainment, we all know this, so that's cinema. Also, we don't have a bowling alley here. That would do very well. There's nothing to actually do. If you're in Nigeria on a Friday night, on a date night, on a Saturday, the only thing there is to do here is to go out and eat and maybe go to the clubs or a bar. There is nothing to do with like the family, so there's no like bowling, or there's no like, I mean, then we've just recently got our cinemas I mentioned earlier, so things like that are thriving and doing well. But obviously there's a capital intensive as well, but they are good industries to get yourself into, because you know we're becoming more like the Western world, so we are mimicking what the Western world does, and these are things that they do in the Western world. So the last question that I'm actually going to answer is from Sharon People, and she says, how did you meet your husband and how is your marriage so far? Okay, I kind of answered that earlier in this video on how I met my husband, so I hope I've answered that question. How is my marriage so far? My marriage so far is fantastic. Thank you for asking. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it wasn't too long. I hope you enjoyed it and I answered some of the questions that you guys have. Again, like I always ask you to do, please thumbs up this video, leave a comment. I will be more than happy to respond to them. Press the bell for notifications when I do upload. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. And again, I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.
What do you say?
It's the guy that's after you has been. He has been.
What do you say?
How are you there? Good afternoon. He wants your number basically, and then now after I wear makeup every day, which I'm not going to answer because
a guy who has time to be on your Snapchat cannot date me.
You can send me the picture. Anyways, close the door. Oh shit. God, no peace around here.